So I'm reading this book. It's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. It's a really good book. It so far is talking about habits and how to get good habits in your life. He's talking about paradigms, and then he was like, what's your life center? Is it friends? Is it stuff, material? Is it your boyfriend, girlfriend, school, parents, sports, hobbies, heroes, enemies, yourself, work? And he's like, we can put a lot of time into these things. It's not bad to have a passion, but when you base your entire existence on it, that's crossing the line. And he just said that all these things are incomplete. To be effective, he knows that you can't base like your whole life on something else. For example, if your boyfriend or girlfriend is like your identity, like I have this boyfriend, he's my boyfriend, he's blah blah blah, this is my girlfriend, you know. And what happens if they break up with you and they were your crutch? Like if they're your crutch, then you're gonna fall. For me, I play basketball, and if I was like, basketball is who I am a basketball player, that's all I am, that's all I do, I play basketball. And if I were to end up getting an injury, then what would my center be? I would feel like, what's left of me? Like, what do I have to do? What do I do in this world? In this book, he talked about this guy that played baseball, and he was like a great baseball player, but then he was playing around with a BB gun and got shot in the eye. He lost his depth perception, so he couldn't play baseball anymore. So this guy's just like, what am I gonna do? The world's crashing around me. And then he ends up climbing this mountain. He finds something else to do. His identity was so focused on baseball, he like didn't know what to do. And other things like heroes. Heroes aren't perfect, they're gonna mess up, everybody falls short. If you look up to somebody and you have posters on your wall of them and they are your life, is that what defines you? Material things ain't gonna last. Material's gonna fall away, we all know this. There's a saying that says, the man that dies with the most toy wins. The man that dies with the most toys still dies. You're not gonna take anything with you. And in 1 John 2:17 it says, the world and its desires pass away, but the man who does the will of God lives forever. What I got from this book was we have to have confidence in ourselves, and confidence comes from within, not from without, and from the quality of our heart, not the quantity of things we have, like material stuff. We have to have a life center that's stable, that's not going to move, that's unchanging, that stays constant all the time, that's not going to fall through, that's going to be there, that's rooted, planted. That is my life center. Things change, and you don't want your life center to change. You want to be a stable person, you don't want to be a flaky person or clingy, you know. It says in James 1:17, every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. God, he doesn't change, so I think we know who our center is. It says in Hebrews 13:8, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. So our center needs to be rooted in Christ. It needs to be rooted in God. He needs to be our root because he's never changing. He's always the same. If God is our center, we can't be shaking. If our identity is found in people, people change. They can change your identity. If they change and they start doing stuff that you don't do, if you don't let them go, you're gonna start doing those things because you want to keep that friend that's letting other people change you, and we don't want other people to change us because they can change us into something that we're not. God sees who we are because he created us, and he is the one who shaped us in our mother's womb and molded us. He knows who we can be, and he knows who he wants us to be. I'd rather have him shape me into who he wants me to be than have a person shape me, because you don't know who that person is listening to. That person could be listening from the devil, and they could be changing you, and that's not good. So you want to listen to Christ. I don't want basketball just to define me. I'm not just a basketball player, you know? At one point, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, they're gonna have an end. What do you do in life? Like, what do you aspire towards?